don't even matter how long I'm gone. I've been on. Anyway, life's great, can't complain, but this industry's enough to drive them insane. When niggas get to moving different, that's when it raises suspicion. When they catch your attention, when they pushing your limits, listen. You just play the hand that you dealt, and you just hope and pray to God that you don't lose nobody else, and you just hope they stay the same while you increasing all your wealth. With recognition to God, you made a name for yourself, but...
Good morning, God. I don't know how much some of you are privy to. If you follow me on Instagram, then you know that me and Michael broke up. You know that we have to live together till he deploys. If you're on my Instagram, you also know that I found out that he was cheating on me the whole time. Even after, we broke up, we still were very much acting like a full-fledged couple. It was very confusing in here with the I love yous, the kisses, the hugs, the babies. The way he was just being with me, y'all saw how I showed you how when I would try to just be away from him, he would just, be there, even to sleeping together. And then the same times we would sleep together, finding in his phone that he was saying he wanted to do all these things to women, to the mother of his child, the other mother of his child, the one he said he would never be with, the things he said about her. Like, it's just so much, y'all, that I'm feeling. Yesterday, I woke up, I prayed, I cried to God. I woke up with gratitude and I felt better. This morning, I woke up and journaled. I'm going to pray. Jackson just woke up sooner than I thought. Michael left. And it's just like, he slept in the bed last night. It's just like, I don't have much of a fight left in me. And then he's in the bed and he wants to hold me. And it's just, at one point in time, it was like the comfort, even though we were broken up and I knew that this would be over. And when he walked out the door, it would be the end of it. I don't want to start crying. It's like whenever it got too hard, he was still here. And I could still, if I needed a comfort or a hug, he was still here. And now, knowing all that I know, and when he touches me, when he looks at me, when he says, I love you, it's like, it's all tainted. Because you were telling me you love me. You were kissing me and holding me and comforting me. And we would have these talks and we'd be intimate. And then you would go and tell this person in the same breath, the same days, how you couldn't stand to be around me. How you couldn't stand to sleep in the same bed with me. How you couldn't stand me as a person and my kids. And how you didn't love me. And how you wanted out of this relationship. You definitely don't want to be here. And just telling her that I was just this low income. And then you're tired of taking care of me and my kids. And the things he just said about me to this woman cuts deeper than the betrayal of the cheating, because I felt like at the end of it, we were friends. I thought we could be friends. And I just don't know why he destroyed me in the process, or tried to, when he could have walked away so many times, you guys, so many times. I came to, before we even got here, the first day that week, I said, maybe we made a mistake. When my money comes in, I just, pack up and go back to PA. I can grab a job quick because while I'm still not showing pregnant, I can get a place because I have my money for my retirement. I'll just, and he begged me to stay here. He said, no, stay here. When we got into it before, and I said, I'm leaving. And then that one time when I was like, I said, it's over. I can't do this with you anymore. And you begged me to stay. You say you're going to try. You say you're going to therapy. Scheduled a therapy appointment, didn't go. Like, nobody knows the stuff that went on behind the scenes. That's why I stopped vlogging. It just got too heavy. I was pregnant. The things that happened after when I was pregnant. And then once I had the baby. And then it's just the fact that during those times, my most vulnerable times, I was hurting how mean he was to me. The alcohol took control. But then he's telling this woman all this stuff, and I'm like, but you're not saying what you're doing. You're not saying what is making me like this. And they're laughing about me being postpartum. Like, who does that? Like, you're a mother. You're a mother. You have daughters, and you're making jokes, and you're laughing, and you're thinking that this is a freaking game. I don't wish bad on anybody. I don't. But I know that, I don't know if you want to call it karmic debt or God, you pay for the sins that you do. Whether you become a better person or not, you still have to pay for those things that you do to people. And I was reading these things and I was just appalled, because I'm just like, at the end of the day, you guys never had to discuss me. And I don't understand why, if you wanted to be with this person before you even knew me, you guys had this relationship. I knew the whole time when I confronted him about it. I'm like, you never told me about her. And then when he told me about her, he's trying to like lie about how their relationship was. And I'm just like, why are you lying about this? And I knew then. And then just to see that, like, I knew I wasn't off base. It's like, it was a gut punch. But then for you, on top of that, cheating, on top of that, you know, telling her all the stuff you want to do to her sexually, and y'all sending pictures and stuff, and she knows about me, knows all my business, at least the lies he's told her. And you guys are comfortable, and she has a relationship. So you guys are comfortable cheating on your partners and then talking about us to each other. But then he's lying to her. That part was the crazy part. I said, I've never been low income, nothing. I always worked. I said, heck, I have a whole vlogging channel that shows me working my behind off. I said, I made more money than you when I met you. I said, why would you lie like that? And it's so many questions I have in my head and so many whys. And I know I'll never get an answer. And just living in this crazy space for these last few months has been crazy. And just is coming to an end. And I'm all over the place emotionally. I keep trying to just be stable. I just be crying out to God. I just be trying to just keep it together for my kids, for myself. I'm so tired, emotionally exhausted, having to face then the fact that he was just going to, if I had had that conversation that day and blew up about just, I was tired and was like, I can't do this. And he was just like, we're done. And I was like, we're done. Okay, we're done. Because I'm the type of person, I have to hear you say it so it clicks. So it was like, okay. I'm sorry, I don't want to get emotional, but just living in this space, I've lost my train of thought. It's just living in this space. It's just been really rough. And I've been trying my best to be okay. And I keep thinking maybe I'll breathe once he's out the door and once it's final. And I know, okay, it's finally fully over. There's no more laying in the bed. There's no more seeing him come home from work. There's no more weekends. There's no more pretending. There's no more nothing. And there's stuff I can't even discuss that I found out. And I just don't know how I'm going to handle that. And I'm here alone. I don't have friends here. I don't have family here. And just facing it. Oh, I was going to say, he said that he was going to break up with me when he deployed, the day he was leaving. I don't have a job. I don't have a car. He was like, when the lease was up, I just figured you'd move. How do you treat someone like that? How do you say you love them all this time? All this time, you just lied to me. This whole time. Even while he was coming to see me in Pennsylvania when he would drive down. And I had to look back at everything just to make sure I wasn't delusional. Nobody said it. The voice messages, the text, the pictures, the email. And then when I found out stuff on his phone and blew up, she was emailing him at work, and I said, she's had full access to you this whole time. Why did you do this to me? If you guys wanted to be together, I don't understand why you even brought me into this situation. We could have kept it so real. I asked him so many times before I even got here, before we even thought about moving. I just wanted to be friends. I was like, you're cool. I just want to be we're cool. Like, we're friends. And he just kept pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. He wanted this. And the whole time you were with someone else. The day one we stepped foot in here, he stopped talking to me. I mean, like, stopped talking to me. Like, it was just in passing. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe he's tired and adjusting. But the whole time he started talking about me to this woman. And I'm like, I don't understand. What did I do so bad to? I did nothing to this man. I said I was fine where I was at. My new apartment was coming up. I said I was getting another job. Like, I'll never understand why he did what he did to me and my kids. Y'all, I didn't even think I'd be talking for this long. It's like the whole freaking vlog. Sorry, y'all, but I am just going through a lot emotionally, and this is my only outlet. So if you stayed through this whole time, I appreciate you. Say something encouraging in the comments, please. Because I don't know what's going to happen. I have no job. I have no income. He just left me high and dry. Like, and once I like blew up and I just said how I felt. And when he was actually sober enough to hear me, he was just like, he'll pay the rent here for 6 months while I find a job. But it's not even the job, it's daycare. And it's being able to find a job to afford this life, because this isn't, I just can't believe that he did this to me. And I keep saying to myself, believe it. And that's why when he comes in here, and then he's going to Georgia this weekend. And it's just like, my mind is just really messed up, because it's like, you're going to leave out of here, go to the place, go be with these women. And then you're going to walk back in here, and I still have to live with you for another 3 weeks, knowing that you did all of this to me. You're going to be trying to touch me and kiss me and sleep in the bed with me. And I feel like I'm going crazy. And I need to go pray. Because I don't want to be in this. This is not my day. This is not it. I love y'all. I don't even know if I'll post this, probably because I'm all about sharing my story and getting through it and being able to look back. But my God, I feel so much. And the baby's crying. I love y'all. So I got dressed, y'all, because I got a PCO meeting later. I feel a little bit better. I cried all day, all afternoon. Felt what was me. Felt like I was about to go jump off a bridge, but it's fine. Floor. Today I cried. I'm gonna be real. I thought the crying days was behind me, but I know that healing is on linear. I got triggered and I just spiraled and just felt a little crazy for a second. And I'm here now. So while life does get hard, life is going life, you know what I mean? Like, it's a scary space for me to be in. I have never been in this position before. I've never faced the mountains that I'm facing now, ever in my life. I have been broke. I have been in poverty. I have been in spaces by myself, not with kids. So it's just like an extra layer. But you know what? God still be God. God still is God, and he's still going to do what he needs to do. Today I snapped on him. I did. I had to dial back, though, because at the end of the day, I'm not even mad at him anymore. Like, I'm mad at the situation more than I'm mad at him. Like, you expect a person to be a person, and he was a person. And I'm just mad at the situation because I'm a little scared facing what I got to face for the future. I am. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little scared because I ain't never been in this position before. I ain't never been this unstable. I ain't never known where I'm going to live. Never had no job. Never had no income coming in. Like, I ain't never been on welfare. And Dad gonna sure ain't never been on welfare this long. I had food stamps, but I never got no cash assistance, child. And I'm just trying to do what I got to do. Y'all, documenting this journey is hard because on the days when I be like, girl, delete that. Like, this morning, I looked fugly, number one, and I was really crying. Like, I literally dropped down to my knees right over there And like, I'm just like, God, what do I do, God? What do I do? And it just got quiet. Get up. Let me go wash these dishes. I did not sleep well last night at all. You see, I still have my makeup on from yesterday. I have just been all over the place. A little bit mentally, emotionally. Yesterday was a better day for me than the day before, y'all. Just, it's a lot I'm facing right now. Just is working on me. What kind of bug is that? Oh. So, like, I don't know. It's a lot. Today he takes his capstone, which will determine if he knows all the information he needs to know, which he does, so that he can go overseas. It's the final thing that they have to do. And then once they pass that, then they have to go to classes for a week. And then it's 2 more weeks, and then he's gone for a year. I won't see him. He won't live here. We're done. And it's bittersweet. I feel all kinds of feels. This weekend, he's actually going to Georgia. I know it's a little sideways, but this weekend, he has to go to Georgia. So he's leaving tonight. He's leaving this after work. And he's going to be gone. It takes about 8 hours to get there from here. He's driving. And then he'll be gone. So I won't see him at all Friday, Saturday. And then he'll come back really late Sunday, or he'll come back Monday. This is the first time that we will have been away from each other since October, when he had to go to North Carolina for training. This will be the first time that we are not together, that he goes away and he goes back home. And he goes back home to be around the women that he was texting and talking to and telling them that he wanted to do very, very sexual things to. One of them being his kid's mom. And I feel very kind of weird about it. It's throwing me off. I was doing good, but it's throwing me off a little bit, like, because it's like you get to go down there and do that, and then you come back here living in the same house. You still try to sleep in the bed with me, and you still kiss me, and I let him, because I just, y'all, it's like closure. It's like mental health, trying to be okay. It's just trying to get through this without being, crazy, because I tried angry and mean, and it's not me. And at the end of the day, I still do love him. Now, I'm not delusional, thinking like, oh, yesterday we had a really, really, really long talk. He said he was sober, and he meant everything he said, and he said he loved me, and that, he's like, I do love you, and you're mine, and I'm yours, and I, don't want to be with anybody else. But then in the same breath, he's just like, if I sleep with somebody, I will tell you. And it's just like, that doesn't go together. Like, he's really confused, and therefore that's why I have to shut my feelings off. So if I do give in to temptation and I kiss him, we won't be sleeping together, because I value my health too much. I just, it was one of that comfort. I'm about to face a really, really, really rough time, y'all. And I just was taking the comfort while I was here, because in 3 weeks, it'll be just me and the kids doing everything. No car. I don't have a job yet. Speaking of which, I have an interview today at 2:30. So I'm excited. I'm nervous. I haven't worked in a year. I haven't been working with the systems and the CMS stuff, and like, on some real, that stuff is really out of sight, out of my mind. I have been mom brain for a year, and I'm just afraid they might ask me about that, and I'm just gonna blank, and I don't want to do that. So I'm not even speaking that. I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, I know that once I start working, like once he's gone, once I start working and we have a schedule, I won't have time to feel the hurt of this relationship. You know what I mean? We'll barely be talking, because it's a huge time difference from here to Jordan. And I know it'll get easier. Right now, it's just very difficult navigating this space, and with my kids, I don't want them thinking something's wrong. Ethan very much loves Michael. He runs to him, runs to the door, lays on him. It's going to be tough, and he's just like, he has healing to do, and I get that, but it's just very confusing, the things that he says to me at this point. And honestly, like, I do love him, and part of me just want to be like, okay, we're back together, and we're going to go forward. We messed up, there's mistakes, but
we're gonna go forward. But there's that trust thing. Like, I'll never trust him how I did. And then his relationship with that girl, the one was way too deep for me to ignore. And it's just like, what if y'all still doing that? What if you do that? What if we were to stay together and you still did that? Like, what are you gonna say to her? Like, yeah, we got back together. And she's still gonna think that she has that energy with you. And I just don't ever wanna think about that. So I think that's why I'm just, kind of going with the flow of things now, because I know that once it's over, it's gonna be over. Michael was a love that I didn't think I'd get to experience. And even if I was in it alone, it is what it is. But let me get my coffee. I just fed Jackson. I want to have my coffee, sit down, listen to some preaching, get my mind together, because I know Ethan will be right on, because we're running late this morning. Ethan will be right up, get his breakfast. Shoot, he might even be up now. Get him fed and eaten, get Eli fed and eaten, and then I want to go hop in the shower, and then get dressed and put my makeup on and stuff and be ready. I don't want to be rushing to the interview. They're going to send questions out 10 minutes before the interview for me to go over. Prayerfully, they're not super hard and I can answer them great. Not just to the best of my ability, but great or suffices. And I pray the money is there, because it's like, I don't want them to offer me the job. And then I have other interviews lined up. And what if they offer me the job? I don't want to be like, yes, I'll take it. And then these other ones, you know what I mean? So I'm in a very weird space. But pray for me, y'all. If y'all just seeing this, child, I'm going to get back up on the vlogging game. These will be very talky vlogs right now. I'm just getting through it and documenting the process. You'll get y'all visuals and stuff back. I'll get back to me. I'll have the mental energy and prayerfully the time, at least on the weekends, to be there for y'all. I want us to be able to enjoy the rest of the summer that we have before winter hits and we're in the house for real. He says he's going to leave his car with me if I get insurance, and I really hope he does. I'm not going to lie. I really hope Michael does leave his car here. It will make things so much easier, so much easier for me to transition into this life. And even if it's just so I can save money and buy a car just to get through that, like, I know that I have a safe, reliable car to get my kids back and forth to the daycare and to school and for me to work. So just pray for me, y'all, that things fall into place. But I love y'all. Shoot, even if a work from home drops in my lap, or if I get a job making 60 to 70K, like, that would be dope. 100K is the goal, but God's timing. I love y'all. I don't know if I'm going to check back in, but I did just want to give an update quickly what's going on, because I know today's going to go crazy through, and then later this evening I'm probably going to feel the feels of loneliness, and I don't want to break down, so I might not come on here, because I don't want to be coming on here crying, y'all, looking crazy. Because last night I didn't sleep well at all. It was very broken. I had a couple of nightmares, that I was getting left places and it was dangerous, and I kept trying to call Michael and I couldn't. My phone was dead. I had no access to him. He had no idea where I was at. I had no idea where he was at, and these people were gonna hurt me. It was crazy. But yeah, I love you all. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your prayers. I appreciate you so much. It's for me. I love you.
I love you too.
You're so cute.
You're cuter.
Yeah. I walked out the door and it is just like absolutely beautiful outside. Y'all see this sky? So awesome. Bye, baby. I love you.
To each his own, I'm still good up in these streets. You need relevance, that sounds personal to me.